What more do we know at this hour, Ahmed?
Well, the meeting has just taken a lunch adjournment this afternoon here in Pretoria at the Department of Trade and Industry to just take you through some of those grievances and just a bit of a timeline of what we have seen over the last 9 weeks. There was a restructuring at Clover, what they say is due to the economic conditions which we have seen over the last 2 years, just under the last 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, what has taken place from Clover side is they have restructured the company completely, resulting in an 850 people job loss on that one. 750 people had lost their jobs involuntarily. They did not accept the conditions in which those severance packages would be coming through, and then another 100 had accepted their severance packages accordingly. Now, over the last 9 weeks, there have also been calls from the General Industry Workers Allied Union, as well as the Food and General Allied Workers Union coming through, and their demands are also calling for the main, actually calling specifically for the restructuring to cease at Clover, and also to ensure that the 850 workers who have been who have more or less been given their severance packages to be re-employed as well. What has also taken place was that workers who have stayed within Clover have also received a 20% salary cut and have also seen a implementation of working on Sundays as well as public holidays on that front. Alongside the 20% salary cut, Clover has actually lost a case at the CCMA a few weeks back, resulting in them needing to pay out their 13th check, which was some workers saying hasn't been paid out in full. One person speaking earlier this week to other media houses, speaking about the fact that they were expecting a 12,000 Rand paycheck on the 13th paycheck, but they have only received 4,000 Rand as well. But joining me right now is the president from Juvusa, that's Mamete Seiba. Mr. Seiba, thanks very much for your time today. Can you maybe just take us through in a bit more detail some of your demands?
Yes, our bottom lines in this meeting was clarified at our mass meeting yesterday. We are saying not job losses, not factory closures, not austerity measures that entails downward variation of the conditions of our members, including wage cuts of about 20%, including one van assistant instead of 2 van assistants. That is where one driver would be accompanied by 2 van assistants who would be assisting her. I mean, them in loading of the merchandise. They'll be having 1 van assistant, and that means this driver would have to, in addition to driving, they would have to be loading of the merchandise themselves. But also the compressed working week, the compulsory week during public holidays, flexible work. That means that employer may decide not to call you, which is an element of what in UK and other jurisdictions they call 0-hour contracts, which we're obviously also opposed to. But also other issues entails our campaign for divestment of Melco, because we are saying that this is a company that is operating on illegal Jewish settlement on occupied Palestinian territories. So these are the bottom lines that we have clarified, and we are meeting for that purpose here.
Mr. Seiba, I'm going to have to leave it over there. I'm sure we will be touching base later this afternoon. So on that front, these are just some of the demands coming through from those unions affiliated to Clover at the moment. We will be giving you updates throughout the afternoon when it comes through to what developments take place here at the Department of Trade and Industry.